There's a big crazy light in the sky that craps out demons. Let's worship it. That makes sense. Sarah, I had a thought. The next time we run into a line of enemies, I'll pick you up and throw you.
Get off.
No, this could work. I loft you over the front ranks. You land behind them to flank. Mayhem ensues.
I can't fly, you daft tit.
Think of the mayhem, Sarah. Mayhem.
I'd get a wedge up something fierce.
Look, you and Varric are the only ones small enough, and he's pretty dense.
We'll do some bloody presses.
You know, Viv, you're not bad with that staff.
You will address me as Enchanter Vivienne, Court Mage to the Empire of Orlais, or Madame de Fer, not Viv.
Oh, right, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am works as well.
Sarah, how did you get an entire beehive into Colin's training dummy?
I don't know, can't remember. What? Things can go sideways if you think too hard.
But it's a beehive, full of bees. Most people would pay attention.
That's why most people get stung.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice.
He's a very special ram.
Lord Wolsey, I presume? A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Ah, good.
Lord Wolseley came back! He says you convinced him. Here, for all your trouble.
I heard there's no marriage among the Kunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Kunari don't have sex.
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
So you've never really made love? Connected with someone in both body and soul?
I don't know. One time they used this thing called the Sato Nerapan. It's a leather-wrapped rod on a harness. That wasn't really my soul, though. Also, there were more than 2 people.
So, I noticed you crept back to the tent rather late last night.
And if I did?
I hope for your sake you weren't sniffing around after that iron bull.
I simply wanted to thank him for having his healer give such good advice. We've saved some lives thanks to him.
And that's why you're walking so funny.
I thanked him a few times. Then later, he thanked me back. It was a very grateful night all around.
Oh, you're terrible.
The farmers should be safe now.
I expect the wolves will still go after whatever you people raise here, dogs, pigeons, but no more than normal.
Corypheus, one of yours, isn't he?
One of mine? Like a pet? Like a giant darkspawn hamster with aspirations of godhood? Dorian, why can't you look after your little friends? Corypheus peed on the carpet again. In this analogy, the carpet is Haven.
Is he or is he not a Tevinter Magister?
Meaning the source of everything bad and evil in the world? They are the same, yes?
Certainly feels that way at times.
You're good with that sword.
Thanks.
I see all that time on your own has given you a firm grip.
I hope it doesn't bother you to travel alongside a Vint, Iron Bull.
That what you are? You people all kind of look the same to me.
I'm also a mage. Would you prefer me bound and leashed?
I'd buy you dinner first.
Hopefully before you sewed my mouth shut.
Depends how much you keep yapping. You know one thing I miss about Parvalin? The bananas. They're bigger, less squishy, and bendier.
You're talking about the fruit, right? Please tell me you're talking about the fruit.
Must grind your gristle the Elder One is some crazy Vint asshole, huh?
I'm not thrilled to discover we should take those old legends at face value.
Guess he thinks the modern Imperium is a real letdown, too.
Why wouldn't he? Tevinter once covered all Thedas, its glory only matched by its depravity. It'd be like Koslan showing up and learning the Qunari didn't conquer the world after all.
Yes. Priesthood's been trying to explain that one for centuries.
No trouble having a Vint behind you?
Hope you like the view.
You can't deny you enjoy butchering my people.
Hey, butchering implies I'm gonna eat them. Most Vints are just gristle and fat in a red wine marinade.
Well, that much is true. I've often wondered what the average man thinks about mage freedom.
If you really cared, you could ask. Oh, but wait. That would involve talking to dirty commoners like me.
True. So much for that.
You have something to say, mage?
If I had something to say, I'd say it.
That's it? I'd expect more from a man who can't stop talking about how clever he is.
And I'd expect no less from a brutish thug.
Better that than a pompous brat.
Do you know of my kind, Blackwall?
I know that what comes out of your mouth is the same drivel that comes out of theirs.
It might sound that way to someone who's been clubbed on the head too often.
Careful I don't club you on the head.
That's what I'd expect from your kind. A Grave Warden recruiter. That sounds interesting.
It's not easy finding people willing to shoulder such a terrible responsibility.
Here I thought you poked around prisons, hunting for murderers, desperate to escape the noose.
That's what you think of wardens.
It's not such a terrible thing. Some of my best friends are murderers.
They are men and women atoning for what they've done by giving of themselves. They fight for people like you, people in silks and velvets, who talk and judge.
Who's judging now?
I know your kind.
Don't join the Wardens.
You need never worry about being worthy, trust me.
What does the Qunari priesthood tell your people about losing the war?
The usual. Water comes, water goes, but eventually the tides wear away the mountain, blah, blah, blah.
They've been fighting Tevinter for centuries and still haven't won.
Wait, you think we've been at war all this time?
It's barely an eye-watering slap fight, I'll grant you, but every now and again it heats up.
That's just force of habit. A real invasion's different.
What are they waiting for?
Don't know. Someone to tell someone to tell someone it's on again, I guess.
How do you get your hair to do that, Dorian? With magic?
With proper hygiene and grooming. Maybe all three of you should get acquainted.
Hey, Chief, let's join the Inquisition. Good fights for a good cause.
I don't know, Krem. I hear there are demons.
Ah, don't worry about the demons, Chief. I'm sure we won't see many.
Crumple Leroy, this asshole! Everyone, if I get possessed, faint on my blind side, then go low. Cullen says I leave myself open.
Good to know.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something you'd like to do more often, then?
Watch as you twist an entire empire around your little finger. Yes, please. Of course, that leaves only Tevinter. And it wouldn't work as well there.
No? Why not?
Our dances are so much more intense. If an evening lacks a murder, we sniff and call it a ball. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
Here I thought we were just getting to the good part.
You doing all right, Dorian? I know family stuff can be rough.
What would you know about it? True Qunari don't have families.
Burning out so hard you have to leave everything you've known and start over. I might know a bit. Takes a tough man to do it too, so good on you. You big old fop.
Yay, good on me. You've killed lots of my countrymen, I take it.
Sure, usually when I'm being paid for it.
What? Never just for fun?
I'm here, aren't I? Man's gotta take his fun where he can find it.
Let's find the dragon!
You are far too pleased about this. Shantakafas, don't you ever bathe?
Sometimes. You want to watch, don't you?
I'd rather stand upwind.
Human sweat smells like pork that's been sitting in the sun. Just saying.
So, Bull, how does it feel to be Talvashoth?
Feels a bit like I've been living a lie, and now it's coming back to bite me in the ass. What's that like, Blackwall?
Calm down, I meant no offense. As you say, I know something of being cut off from a past life, having to find a new way.
Well, you could have just led with that.
In any event, you have the charges. You haven't lost everything.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Word of what happened in Redcliffe had better not spread.
Oh? Why not?
You think mages will be better off if people know they can change the future?
Ignoring that that's not the case, I suspect people will use any excuse to hate us.
Then you should not give them more.
Did everyone act like this when the sword was invented? Oh, my blushing butt cheeks. Round up everyone who can use these pointy things and lock them away.
It is not the same thing, and you know it.
So I hit a nerve with the whole murderer Grey Warden business.
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, you. Blackwall. Or whatever your name is.
Blackwall will do.
I'm saying I understand wanting to atone for one's actions.
Is that so?
Enough to know when I've stepped in it. So I apologize.
You did not have to apologize to me, Dorian.
People who say that to me are usually wrong.
I am indeed a murderer, and I escaped my past to become a warden, like many others before me.
Obviously, the original Blackwall saw something in you. I respect that.
And you abandoned your life of privilege for the sake of principle alone.
I didn't like that life.
It was wrong of me to lump you in with peers you hardly resemble.
Truce?
Gladly.
Now, isn't this better? Getting the burden of that lie off your chest.
And exchanging it for the burden of everyone hating me? Yes, so much better.
Hey, I don't hate you. You and me, we're good. Now that you know who you are, you can stop doubting yourself and start hitting crap again.
Why don't we hit a few bottles first, huh?
I'm shocked I've never seen this plant before. It's so melodramatic, half the Magisterium should be growing it.
Blackwall, what's the most limbs you've ever cut off something in one swing?
For the Wardens, battle is a sacred duty. A vigil kept to guard the world against destruction. It's not a game.
Right, same here.
Do heads count?
Heads absolutely count.
Then, 3.
Nice. Down on the collarbone and through, right? That's how I get the good ones. Now that's a view. Get your blood going.
I hope you're right about this temple, Morrigan. I could use a building or two.
Do the woods discomfort you, Pavos?
It's mostly the people trying to cut our heads off that manage that.
So, Cole, you're a spirit... demon... thing.
Yes. And you're the Iron Bull, afraid of demons.
Not fond of them, no. But you and I are fine as long as you don't do any weird crap.
Lying awake, sheets soaked in sweat, afraid to call the Tomasserans, shadows make shapes in the dark. If it gets in my head, how do I cut it out? Itching, shaking, tears slide cold down my cheeks. Tama, I'm scared.
Yeah, weird crap like that. Pretty much what I meant.
Did you enjoy the Winter Palace, Cole?
There were so many wonderful hats.
Did you try dancing? Or did you skulk around invisibly?
Dancing is hard. You have to listen with your feet as well as your heart.
And not poke around in the heads of the other dancers.
There's a lot to do all at once.
Think I know what your problem is, Dorian.
I have only the one?
You see a man who's burned out, who left his people and entire life behind. And for what?
You're not suggesting we're similar.
How's that mirror treating you? Pretty picture, isn't it?
I may vomit.
Wait. I'll flex a little for you. Make it easier.
You got to pick your name. The Iron Bull.
Sure did. Thanks for sticking the on there, too. Most people forget. It kind of makes it sound like I'm not really a person, like I'm this dangerous thing, you know?
You made it a joke on yourself, making mockery, so you would never be that.
It kills the joke if you explain it, kid.
Cole, you saw Corypheus when he attacked Haven. What was your read on him?
Fear inside, blackness like a pool of hate. So much has changed. I need to stop it. Bend it to my will.
Did he actually walk into the Black City? Is that true?
Betrayal, blurred at the edges like a faded painting. Too long ago, so much confusion.
I'll take that as a maybe.
There were people trying to kill me. That makes it harder. You and Krim say words that hurt, but they aren't real, the Iron Bull.
Yes, we give each other grief. It's a soldier thing. Doesn't mean anything.
It means friendship, and that you're soldiers. Krem likes it. It makes him proud.
I guess I can see that. Him, huh?
Is that wrong?
No. I just thought, since you do that thing where you see into people's heads... Actually, you're good, kid. Keep it up.
The armor is right. The body isn't, but it doesn't hurt him anymore. You make it better.
All right, Cole. So when we run into a big guy with a shield...
You are big, boasting, battering, and I blend behind. Daggers in darkness. 1, 2, 3.
Assuming that actually means what I think it does. Great. Big gushing streams. I'm starting to feel inadequate.
Barman laughs, slides the drink over. Tankard in view the whole time, no chance poison was added. Blade at his waist, club under the bar. Moves with training, mercenary or guard. Use that if I have to.
Yeah, I go for the shoulder. A shot he trained to take on the armor. But since he's a barman now, and not a merc, he bleeds, flinches, and I trap the arm and break his neck.
Why the Iron Bull?
I didn't do it, kid. It was just idle thought in case it came up.
Do you think about how to kill everyone you meet?
Do you not? Hey, Cole, quick! What number am I thinking of?
Raw and hot, trying to open it, but just darkness. How bad? How bad? No, done now. No sense worrying. The man they hurt coughs, shaking but sits up. Eyes wide. No, not a man. A woman. Clothes torn.
You're safe now. I'm Iron Bull. What do you want me to call you?
12. The number I was thinking of was 12. Demon interrogators. Stupid idea anyway.
Can you feel the bits of fade around you when you cast spells, Dorian? They pull around the veil, pulled by power, then push through to see this side.
So when I cast a fireball, it's just the fade saying peekaboo.
I don't think it says that.
If it says anything other than I'm going to burn your face off, I don't want to hear it.